Hi guys, it's Sheila. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the Metabones adapter. This one works with your Canon EF lenses onto your E-mount Sony camera. And I recently invested on a Sony A7Ii, which is right here. And I only had the lens that it came with, which is the 28-70. And then I also have the Sigma, I think it's 30mm 1.4. And this lens I love, but I just wanted to invest in a little more lenses like a 50mm and stuff like that, but I just don't have the budget to spend on Sony lenses, and they tend to be a little bit more expensive than Canon. And also I already had invested on all the lenses that I wanted, so I don't really want to be carrying around two of the same lens for two different brands. That's just not what I wanted. So I asked a couple of my friends, and I was looking at the Biltrox adapter, but they told me that they use the Metabones adapter. So that's what I ended up getting. I purchased this from eBay, so it's used. And I'm going to tell you all my, what I think about it. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and I've tried it with almost all my lenses. So you guys will be the judge on how you feel about it. I will let you know how I feel about it at this moment. So far, I think I like it. I just don't think that I did enough homework on what I personally will use it for, and my friends that did tell me to use it are mostly filmmakers, and they tend to use more of manual focusing than me, that I use kind of out of focus all the time. So yeah, you'll see it, you see what I mean in a second. And if you are a filmmaker, I think you would really end up liking this if you're going to use it for photos. Obviously it does not work for video. They say that some lenses might work for video. I don't own any of those lenses, so I'm talking a lot, so let's just go ahead and jump into the demonstration. I'm going to be trying out all the lenses that I own, so I will let you guys know which ones those are in a second. Okay, so I'm going to start with the widest to the most narrow. So this one is the Canon 24-105 f4, and I actually do own the 18-135, which is for crop sensor cameras, but I think my boyfriend has it with him. If I can't find it, I will probably insert that on the video later, but I think this one is just my widest lens. Okay, so after the 35, I do have the Canon 40mm, and this one is f2.8. So I'll be able to try this as well. I honestly don't know why I have the 40 and the 50 as well, but I do end up really liking this pancake lens whenever I'm going somewhere where I can't carry a lot of weight, and this is so like small and compact. It also makes my camera look like not expensive at all, because people tend to think that the bigger your lens, the more expensive it is. And I mean, in this case I guess it's true, but this is just a great little lens, and I just love the images that I get from it. So next I have the Canon 50mm 1.4 right here, and then I also have the 1.8. Here it is. Okay, so I have the 1.8 as well. After the 50mm, I'm gonna try the 85 1.8 as well, which is here. This is probably my favorite lens of all time for portraits. And then after the 85, I do have the 70-200. This one, it doesn't have any stabilization. Is that focusing? Can't say. Yeah, so this one is without IS, and I just really like this. So if I can use this on my Sony, it would definitely be really good. But obviously this lens is like really heavy and big for this little tiny camera, but that is the magic of mirrorless. I just really like it. So yeah, that is all the lenses that I'll try on today. I am looking around. I don't think I have any more. I think this is plenty. So here is the adapter. As you can see, it does have like the Canon things on the front. I'm not really sure what these are called, but on the back it is the E-mount as well. So it is pretty nice. I didn't get a case with it, but I just used kind of like the front and back that I had for my bodies, my Canon body and then my Sony body, and it just works really nicely. I do like how compact it is. It doesn't really add much weight to the lens, but it makes it a lot more bulkier, which is kind of like a con for me. But obviously if you are looking to save money, this is just a little, like a small price to pay to just have like a much bulkier camera. It's a really great idea. So you kind of like pull this to take the lens out, and then I'm pretty sure this is like the connection to the computer so you can do all the updates, because from what I understand, it was really hard to do the updates on the previous version of this. Let me know if that's right, but I've watched a couple of videos and I've heard people mention that they added this little plug right here. So I think that's really nice. It does have this bottom part where you put it on your tripod. So I think this is really cool because you can kind of put the weight on this on the tripod instead of it being like on the lens or on the camera. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the images look like, and at the end you guys can let me know which one was your favorite, if you think this is worth it, if you are looking to purchase it, and let me know below why you're watching this video. So alright you guys, so I have the Sony camera right here. I'm gonna go ahead and insert the Metabones adapter. So I already took the front cap. Alright, so I'm lining it up. It has a little white dot on the back. So I'm lining that up with the back. And then it has a red dot in the front. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm going to line that with the 24 to 105. Okay, so this is how the first setup looks. Looks a little crazy. I kind of really like it. I just for some reason love big lenses and small cameras. I think it looks really cool. And let's go ahead and see how this looks like. I have the camera set up on 50th of a second, f4, and ISO 400. I might put it a little higher. I'm going to put it maybe at 800. And then we're going to see, that's definitely focused on the Kobe Bryant. I'm trying to focus it on the candle. Okay, so I have the camera set up right now. I have it on 50, and just because it's a little far from me, so it's hard for me to even see if it's on focus or not. I have it recording, so I'm not going to be able to show you that it will focus, but because on pictures it would definitely work if you're just manual focusing. I just want to show you what it looks like when it's video and what each lens looks like. So I'm just going to be using autofocus, and I'm going to try to focus on the Kobe Bryant as much as I can. And I think that one actually did it. It struggled a little bit, and it's definitely loud. I'm going to try it again. And it did focus. So okay, so I have it on flexible spot, and I'm just moving it from the Kobe Bryant to the candle. So that didn't really hesitate to go to Kobe Bryant, but now I'm going to try the candle, and we're going to see how that works. I think it's struggling. It's going like out of focus and then comes back to focus, which is weird. But I have to manually go to each one each time. And that's, yeah. Definitely struggling. I'm gonna see if I put it a little wider, if it's any different. But you guys are seeing like it struggles a little bit and then it goes right into focus. It doesn't really make sense. Pardon all the mess over here. I am getting Christmas stuff out, and we also just moved recently, so. Okay, so as far as I can tell, this lens does work. It does struggle a little bit to do the autofocus, obviously, but it struggles, but it gets there. You're gonna see some of them that will not even like focus, and some of them will focus and go out of focus, which is weird. But now I'm gonna try to manual focus, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit just so I can see. So the Kobe Bryant is definitely on focus there, and then the candle is on focus. So that part of it definitely works really quick and well. We're moving on to the 40 millimeter. I'm going to try to do the same thing I was doing before. So I'm going to go onto flexible spot, find my candle, and focus. Okay, I think it found it. Now let's go to the Kobe Bryant. Okay, it's doing the same thing as the other one, which is very weird. I do find it really loud, though. I'm not sure if that's something that you guys would like. I do find it pretty annoying. Honestly, if you are going to use this for video and, you know, you're not going to manual focus, it's going to be really annoying because it's going to be basically just it finding focus, and it's going to be really loud. F-stop on 4 this whole time. I do want to try 1.4 for this particular lens to see just if there's any difference. I'm going to bring the ISO down to maybe 320. And it's going a little crazy. So I'm going to bring it down to 200. Just the lowest for video for Sony. And you guys are seeing this one is struggling. So I'm going to try to find my Kobe Bryant. Maybe I am too close to it, so I'm going to move backwards a little bit. Nope. Okay, let's try F2 instead. Nope. I have the flexible spot right on top of Kobe. And it's not finding it. Okay, I'm gonna go to the candle. That's a no. That is a definite no. This one does not like this camera. Okay, this thing's struggling and it's sounding so weird that it's making me feel like it's gonna break my lens. So I'm gonna stop right here and change it to the 1.8. Alright, so now we have the 50mm with the 1.8, and I'm going over my Kobe Bryant, see if it wants to focus, and it kind of found focus for a while. Oh, and then it's there. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to bring it to 1.8. And do you see how it like found focus, but then it goes away? And then it didn't focus at all. So I'm going to the candle. And it goes out of focus. Oh, I think it's on focus there. It's really hard to see with the camera. The viewfinder is too small for me, but I think it's working. The Kobe Bryant seems to be a little too close for it. It goes and finds it for a minute, but then it goes out of focus. I don't understand what's happening. But I'm going to go back to the candle. I think it's the distance that it doesn't like. So I'm moving the camera back just a little bit. And then I feel like it's struggling too much. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think either of the 50s are good for this camera unless you do the manual focus. But with this lens, for some reason, it doesn't tell me when it's in focus. I have like that setting on my camera, but with this lens it doesn't tell me. So you have to do it, I guess, based on how you see it. And if your eyes are not good like mine, then that might be a struggle. Okay, we're moving on to the 85mm 1.8. I'm still at a distance that I was on the last lens. Pretty far from these two objects. It's probably 6 feet away from the candle and about 4 feet from the Kobe Bryant. So let's see if this one works at all. It did work, and it was actually quicker than the 50, which is impressive. So let's see the candle. So it goes out of focus for a while there, but it does come back pretty quickly. It doesn't struggle like the 50 that was like, you know what I mean? But this one actually impresses me. This lens, I find that is always much quicker than my other lenses, which is why I love it so much. It's just so easy to use, and you can see how like the background is all blurred out. I just love that look. All right, so let's go back to the Kobe Bryant, and it just finds it real quick, which is nice. It's also, the face detection is working on this one. I can see the little silver box around it on the Kobe Bryant, which is really cool. I'm gonna now see if I can manual focus it so you guys can see that it does work really well. So far I think this is the lens that I would like to use it the most with, based on, you know, today's events and how it's working. All right, so I'm putting the 70-200 on the camera. This lens is like a beast, so I'm not sure if the weight is too much for this tripod or even the camera, but we're gonna see. I put it on 70. It's going to be a little dark now because this lens is f4, so I put the ISO to 800 and we'll see what happens. So All right, so let's go ahead and focus on the Kobe Bryant. That did not focus at all. I'm gonna go to the candle. And it's just not working. Going back to the Kobe. Nope. And this one's like it's blotchy. It just like it doesn't even like try to smoothly focus. It just does not like it. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna probably be able to tell if the sound is really horrible after I've edited, but it just struggles for a while there. All right, well, let's see if I can focus when it's way closer. Nope. All right, I'm going to 70 and then I'm gonna try to manual focus. All right, so there you have it. That is all the lenses that I have. I'm gonna try and check now to see if I have the 18-135 and see if it matches it. I'm not sure. I think that lens is an EFS, but maybe it'll work for this one. Found the 18-135. My boyfriend did leave it. He hunts, so I also find another long distance or long range lens. I think it's a 55-250. I'm not sure. Yep, 55-250, so we'll also be trying that one out. He does have a Tamron that I'm really sad that it's not here because that is one of the coolest lenses that we do own, and he recently got it. And I've just been loving that lens. I do want to steal it from him. As you can see, this one is a crop sensor lens, so I'm going to go ahead and try to use that. I think I have to stop recording to be able to go into my menu, which is weird, but I will do that. Okay, so now we're working. Just so you know, I did have the ASPC capture on to see, I had an auto, so the camera would recognize itself if I had ASPC lens on, but it didn't with this one. So I just wanted to let you guys know because with my Sigma, it does work. However, that Sigma is for an E-mount camera. I don't use it with the adapter. So right here, you can see that the camera is not really focusing, even though let me see. Is it focusing? I don't know. It's pretty dark in here today. I'm not sure why. But no, it is not focusing. My eyes were right. So I'm not sure what's happening because this lens is always like pretty quick for me. But yeah, it just does not want to focus. It kind of gets there for a second and then it just goes right out of it. So I'm not sure, but this lens is a no-go. I'm going to try to manual focus. And that works pretty well. I don't like that the grip on this manual focus ring for this lens is so like loose and it's just really easy to go in and out of focus. I just struggle focusing like that. So I need, like I like when they're a little bit harder to focus just because it makes it a little bit more smooth because I don't go when it's on focus, I don't like, you know, go too far, too quick. All right, so there you have it. That is an 18-135. I really wish you guys could see my dog sleeping right behind this. So I'm gonna try to lift it. Oh my gosh. Wait, I think it's focusing on him, isn't it? Whoa. But not on that. Maybe he needs more distance. Oh my god, look at him. Okay, getting off track. So this lens, the first thing I see is that it's recognizing Kobe Bryant's face. However, it is not focusing on it on its own, and it's pretty loud. So I'm gonna use a flexible spot, and I'm gonna go onto the Kobe Bryant and see what happens. Nope, that is a no-go. So the distance right now, it's on 55. You guys can see, nope, it just, oh, that one actually worked, I think maybe the Kobe Bryant is just too close to me, even though it's pretty far from me, guys, and I'm like, I can't go back anymore. Okay, I moved a little bit. and that's on focus now. So I think it's definitely the distance. However, it does struggle just as much as the 70 to 200 for some reason. So let's try the manual focus now. And it's working, obviously. So that is the last lens that I have to show you guys. Alright, you guys, so you saw the footage from the adapter. I think it's really cool that they even came up with this idea, but like I said in the beginning of the video, for my purposes, because I'm used to just filming myself, and I just use kind of the only instances where I film other people if it's I go on a hike or anything like that, and that's when I would use manual focus, and not even the whole time. So for me, it just doesn't really make any sense to keep this, but I think it's a really cool idea. You saw that the lenses did struggle a little bit on autofocus, even though I was like placing the, the flexible spot right on top of the objects. It just struggled a little bit, and the camera is definitely going to pick that sound up. Even if you mute it, you will see kind of the image is just going to be like the camera struggling. You would see that. So I don't think it's really nice for that, but if you are used to manual focusing when it comes to pictures and video, then you won't even, notice a difference. It would probably be a really good thing for you to obtain this if you have a Sony camera and you have Canon lenses, or you are looking to purchase them. I have spoken to a couple of friends that do use Sony, and they would like to use Canon lenses just because they're, I don't know, people really love the L glasses. They're much more inexpensive when it comes to like the cheaper, like 50mm 1.8. On the Sony ones, it is kind of a little bit more expensive for those lenses. Even the Sigma one was about $300, and I bought it new, and I think it was pretty expensive to me. And every day I kind of like contemplate, should I have bought this? Even though I really like it, I just feel like I bought my 50mm 1.8 for $100. So if you compare it, it's a lot of money. So yeah, if you are looking for something like this and you don't mind the whole manual focusing, then I would say go for it. You saw that all the lenses worked with it, and it just, honestly, at the end of the day, you are going to get the image that you want. So if that's what you're looking for, then I would say go ahead. But if you're like me, if you're just filming yourself and you are taking pictures and you don't really like the struggle, when I pick up my Canon 5D Mark IV, it's just so quick to focus. I just get my shot and I leave. And when it comes to pictures, and I just hate the fact that this one slows me down with the adapter, and that's just the way that I operate. I just don't like the camera slowing me down, and I have to pay attention to a lot more things, like the poses my person is doing, or what they're wearing, or if their hair is the right way, or even like helping them, adding to that, the fact that I'm gonna have to manual focus is just a struggle for me that I don't really want to have. But it's obviously a personal thing. I'm not saying this doesn't work, and I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm just saying just be aware before you buy it, so you don't end up like me and end up not really needing to keep it, if that makes any sense. Because I've been trying to use this as much as I can, and every time I do, it's kind of like it's a struggle. I do have to adapt to it, and I'm not sure if at the end I'm going to end up selling it, but I do really like it. I think it works really nicely, even though I bought it used. Also, let me know if you have it and you bought it new, so maybe the struggles that I'm having are because it is used and maybe it needs to work, but I really don't think so. It recognized all the lenses. I don't know. The only weird thing that I did find was that when I put on some of the lenses and I went to use my menu while I was recording, the menu did not want to come up. Not something that I have noticed while I'm recording with this lens. I'm going to turn it up right away, start recording, and see if the menu comes up. Okay, so it seems to be a Sony thing because I've never tried to do that before, but I did find it really weird. But yeah, now you guys know that it's not really the adapter causing that. It is the camera just doing that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not sure if it was even educational, if you learned anything, but maybe it is something that you guys were looking at, and I show you how it worked with the lenses that I do have. I hope I didn't forget to mention anything. I feel like every time I do this video, I forget to say something. Oh, the price of this. I bought it used for $150. I did bid on it on eBay, and I think the price was pretty fair. The Viltrox was about $200, and I'm not sure if the Viltrox works with video. If you have tried it and if you have that one, let me know below, because it's something that I will continuously be looking at and be comparing it, because I do want to have, at the end of the day, I do want to have something that I can use my Canon lenses on my Sony, but I mostly want to use it for video. So if you have something that works for that, then let me know, please. Oh, video autofocus. So yeah, I know it's a long shot, but That's what I'm aiming for. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know below if you're looking to purchase this. And as always, don't forget to subscribe below. I do have a lot more videos, maybe techie, maybe makeup, but yeah, I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.